What is up, everybody? I am Bong Master Rob, coming to you live on a Tuesday evening. Yes, it is 7:30. It is time for episode 9 of Release the Quacken. I've got a nice little show set up for us tonight. Even added an extra award. The one award we all know that we've got going on since I started this is the Ask Quack, which is somebody in the realm of sports during this past week or the past evening, depending on how often I do them. Of what did you do? Why did you do that? Why do you think that you're justified in what you do? So we will be handing out an Ask Quack Award. Also, we will be handing out the Unlucky Ducky Award. There was something pretty, oh God, it's so gruesome to watch, but it's in the world of sports. So we are going to watch it. So if you are faint-hearted or you don't like to see blood, by all means, you might have to change off here in a few minutes. But with that being said, we're going to get started right off. Um, as you guys know, I've been going on now about talking about the things that are coming up to me, and everything is coming up rather quickly. Once again today, as of yesterday, I've got to keep running to all these appointments. These appointments are killing me, whether it's get this test done, that test done, everything that I've got to get done before the 21st. And now I've got still 6 more days of this, including a court date coming up to where I've got to go on the 29th. I'm also going to get all of this removed. Not 100% sure yet what's underneath it, but I will keep everyone posted when it comes to that. The reason why I wanted to lead off with that, because I woke up this morning with a very heartfelt surprise. I didn't go live last night. I didn't feel up to it. But when I grabbed my phone and just started messing around. And a longtime friend of the show and somebody who supported me a lot reached out to me in a very blissful monetary way. As you can see right here at the bottom of this trailer with my CA, Cash App, of course, and my Venmo, gave me some sort of gift that I don't even know how to thank her for. Thank you so much. You've blessed me enough to be able to get back and forth and not try to struggle, because I know each and every one of you guys know what it's like to be in pain. But when you have that added just anxiety and depression and this and that, everything else combined on top of it, it really weighs on a human. And I can tell you guys right now, I'm weak. I'm getting ready to go through a life altering event alone. And I do not know how I'm going to get through this. I've sat and thought, I've dreamt it, I've contemplated it in broad daylight. When you're in a hole of absolute darkness, it is so hard to find your way through. It's even harder when you see no searchlights. But I can tell you this much, with someone who's dealt with anxiety, depression, or any other type of mental health for as long as I have, trust me, the longer you're in that dark, your eyes will acclimate. You will start to see clearly. You will find your own way out. I'm here. There's a million other people out there you can talk to. So never let that darkness just take you over. Like sometimes it has me. I'm one to admit right now that I'm a weak human being, knowing what I've got coming up. As we're still talking about this, I'm going to put up here on the screen what I've got coming up. This is going to be fixed. These 2 spots here in the middle, you're going to be able to see where the discs are at. They're going to be removed. There's going to be 4 different things going on in my back at the same time when they go in to do it. If you are faint of heart and you don't want to hear words you may end up Googling, you might want to mute me for just a moment while I ramble through these. I'm going to have an L2, L3 extension fusion with a laminectomy, as well as a discectomy, and a possible catheter revision, which I know I explained to you guys about the catheter part. It's the one that runs the medication from the pump in my stomach around to the anchor that's in the thoracic area of my spine. What's happening, Patrick? How you doing, brother? It's going to be a haul. It really is. When I ended up out of them the last time, I had 141 pieces of metal in there. They're going to remove a few and add a bunch more. As you guys knew, probably up to about 2 weeks ago, I had 148. This is why I'm wearing my sling right now. Still setting through this recovery from these. And by no standard, dude, I think I was ever going to make it this long. I'd never been this hard on myself, because I was always one when I was younger, like, let me see it. You think we can do it? I don't know. Let me try. Well, hell with it. Let's just try. So yeah, they removed those out. I still have the 2 pieces of wire in there, so I am still crediting them as a count with the metal that's in me. But I'm really going to do something with this stuff here, this is what's in front of you now. I'm going to do something with it, as well as my other pieces that have came out of my back from the other surgeries. I'm going to hopefully get a little person made. I am very sorry about explaining some of the things that are happening to me. I don't ask for sympathy. I don't ask for for pity from anyone. I'm human just as much as you are. We all go through daily struggles. I do want to thank everyone who's went to my Amazon wish list as well as wished me well wishes. If I could say that, it's like a tongue twister. My fault. It means a lot when you open up your inbox and you see a bunch of people that you knew were your friends and you were waiting on them to come around, but they've always been there. Now, I love each and every one of you that's reached out to me, and I appreciate it more than anything because I have nothing else. I have me here in absolute silence with my own thoughts. And that, as man, woman, child, dog, cat, horse, who knows? It's all there. It's all weighing on us. It weighs on our psyche. And I'm not prepared for it. When I woke up this morning with the short 45-minute nap that I call my overnight sleep last night, I was ready to call the doctor and cancel. Not just because I don't have the money to keep traveling back and forth to all these appointments before I get paid. It's not just that. It's the thought of what the hell is going to go on with me. I'm not going to be able to get up off of something, whether it be a couch chair, love seat, bed, anything on my own. I'm not going to be able to go try to use the restroom and be, sitting in there and wait for somebody to come get me because I'm here by myself. So that's why I've put the things on the list that I've put on, and I have asked for monetary help. And I am so blessed with each and every one of you that's helped me out in every way you have because I'm alone. I don't know what to do. Even advice. Advice is free, but it can be taken and kept and held on to like a precious metal, like gold. What's up, Zen? How you doing, brother? Been a minute. Thank you again for what you did for me 2 weeks ago when all this shit here first started. Brother, you've been with me since the beginning as well, and I really want to reach out to you again and tell you thank you. With the whole thought of pain, we'll move right along. We're going to go to the one and only, the greatest new award there is. It is the Unlucky Ducky Award. Tonight it's being brought to you by BAMF Beer Company. And of course, as you know, the only two things that go in this beard is any and all products from BAMF Beer Company. And the second, use your imagination. So until I get me a nice little trophy ordered and set up just properly, we're going to do her just like this tonight. In honor of the pain that I witnessed earlier and cringed myself, be prepared, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be something that, bless his heart is all I can say. I'm gonna just do Mr. David Fry. This one's for you, sir. We're gonna watch this. It's not gonna be for the faint of heart. So before I click share, please be prepared. Let's watch what happens in Major League Baseball when you go for a bunt. Okay, now I'm going to let it play again, and then I'm going to pause it. It missed everything except for the right square in the kisser. I'm going to pause it if I can. As soon as he... Oh, look. That bat's a smidge low. I'm going to try to do it quick. Oh, damn. I don't even want to do it. I don't want to do it. I was going to even look for the picture to see the freeze frame of it. I can't. But Mr. Fry, you have, oh God, all my love and admiration for you as a player and being able to get back up from that. Let's see that. Just good gracious. So from Southeastern Ohio's own BAMF Beard Company, or you can find them at bamfbeardcompany.com, we are giving the Unlucky Ducky Award to Mr. David Fry. Oh, brother man. I wish you the fastest of recoveries from that. I don't want to watch it again. I'm sorry. I don't want to watch it again. No, I took it away. I don't want to watch it again. Oh, I don't want to watch it again. No. Oh, I'm with you on that, Patrick, because when I first Googled it, the video is there, but all you see is a Tigers pitcher turned around facing second base with that. Fuck, I can't believe that was a 99-mile-an-hour fastball right there. For that, if you got one with me, fire it up, because I'm sorry. I'm going to fire this up in honor of Mr. Fry, and I think this is going to be a regular on the show. I'm going to continue on with the Unlucky Ducky Award as well as the Ass Quack Award. And after we fire this up and talk a little bit more, have any of you guys ever had something tragic like that happen to you in a sport? I broke my fifth toe metatarsal playing kickball in junior high. We were playing on our football field, and I stepped to go to second, and there was a hole right there, and snapped it immediately. But as for playing, no. I witnessed somebody get a ricochet off a bat and hit them right here in the bridge of the nose, but never. That's like walking up to fucking George St. Pierre and spitting in his face and expecting him not to catch you with a fucking kick to the nose. My Lord. But yes. Oh, let's fire this up real quick. And I am smoking some candy apple papaya this evening. If you're with me and trying to medicate yourself to get rid of your pain, your anxiety, or even the chaos thoughts in your mind about what happened to Mr. Fry there, please share in the chat. As you can see right over here, right there. All of them are going to be popping up in here anyway. So if I miss it, I'm very sorry. I'm going to do my best to keep up with you guys. I decided to do this so everybody else can read the chat, because when there's the multiple streaming platforms that I'm going on right now, in order for you guys to see what's going on and keep in conversation, it's the best way to do it is right here. You broke your ankle playing road hockey? Did you play with a ball, or did you play with a little puck with the little like casters on it? Because we always played with that ball that had like, it was the inside of a tennis ball, didn't have the felt on it, and a little bit harder. So when you got hit in the kidney, it was like getting hit with a birthday balloon filled with water. You know, them things don't break. Them things just hit, take your breath away. But yes, Mr. Fry, I'm going to say it again. I will show it again one more time before we're done, but damn it all to hell, guys. Whew. With that, we will move right along to the Ass Quack, and we will stay in to the world of Major League Sports, Major League Baseball, that is. If you are going to charge a mound, if you are going to stand up to somebody who can throw the ball 99 mile an hour, and you're going to run dead sprint right at them as they're on the mound, what chaos theory makes you stop, square up, and go to swing at somebody that you know, if connects with you, is going to pick you up off the ground? When I first picked this one for the Ass Quack, I had initially thought that it was the pitcher that had hit the person, but it wasn't. It was a runner stealing second base, and I will pop it up now to show you. Mr. Tim Anderson of the Chicago White Sox will be the one that I'm giving the Ass Quack Award to today, because I'm just going to let you watch this shit.
And the score is
He mocks him at first for sliding under, and then he points his hands, throws his gloves down. I'm going to get you. Square up like you're a fighter. And
Anderson square off. They're fighting. They're swinging.
What was that? You swung 3 times, missed, and got a glancing blow to the tip of your chin. Brother man, if you're going to square up, oh, there he went. Oh, look at that. If you're going to square, boop. I want to do it again. Boop. He didn't hit him at all. I'm not saying that I'm the greatest person in the world when it comes to a fight, but I'll be damned if I'm going to square up to somebody if I don't think I can hit him. I mean, you go into a fight most of the time willing to lose because you don't know what that next person's, going to be doing to you. But if you're there and you actually take an offensive stance like this, sir, look at this. You were ready. You swung at a temple, a glancing blow to a temple. Why did you just not try taking it to the ground and just beat the shit plumb out of it? Because there's no money in it, right? You got to be out there. You got to be showing it all. So,
Posey never gets upset about anything.
From watching this little clip, I mean, the world of baseball is a funny place. It really is. Could you imagine getting hit with something the size of a fist going 99 mile an hour, let alone a Ass Quack Award coming right at you because you manned up? I mean, don't get me wrong, great form. What were you thinking? Did you think your buddy was going to stop him from hitting you, or they were going to hold you so you could connect that blow? We're going to put him right here. Mr. Anderson for the White Sox. And I used to like the White Sox a long time ago when Bo Jackson played for him, because I was a fan of that man, and I followed him through baseball. I stayed with the Raiders, but I followed him through the California Angels as well as the White Sox and the Kansas City Royals. So I was there with that whole thing. But not anymore. That was when baseball was baseball, though, right before the whole steroid shit and all that came through. There's too much politics in every sport out there now. And I'm going to prove that when I take a couple more hits of this, because we will be going back to the top 25 in the AP. And And I'm still pissed when I looked. I know nothing's happened since Monday when I looked, and it's Thursday, but I'm still pissed. The more and more I look at shit and try to figure out what they were thinking when they decided to vote the way they do, it's on me. So if you're watching right now and you're an Ohio State fan, congratulations yet again. You guys are still resting atop of the Associated Press top 25 for now. For now. Now, this is where I was at here. Is this why? Is it because of are these voting on points? So they've had a total of 1,629 points since week one, which I get it. Ohio State, you very well should have been your reigning champions. You will be number one as long as you didn't lose your entire team to the draft. You should be number one. But when you have not played but one caliber team out of the three you've played, and you've also had a bye week, how are you still setting the top of the Associated Press top 25? Yes, I'm an Oregon fan. Yes, it aggravates the piss out of me that Oregon is still way down here in sixth, and they are 4-0. People, this week they play Penn State. If, long and behold, they actually come through with a victory at Penn State and do not move into number one, this show is going to change. I will be boycotting top 25 from the Associated Press at the very beginning of every show. I will give them the Ask Quack Award every single day if I have to. I will make multiple videos and put it on every one of my platforms every day until that changes. If Ohio State stays one more week, I don't like that. It's not fair. What is your opinion on it? Are you an Ohio State fan? Do you think they're justified staying at the top right now? I mean, they beat who? I don't think they've had one in-conference game yet. They played a MAC team that I know of Ohio University. Oh, they played Texas at the beginning of the year, didn't they? So you beat Texas, and that's why you're sitting atop. Still not justifiable. Not in my eyes. Not as somebody who just... I'm not a gambler on sports, but I love to watch sports. I love to watch fairness when it comes to sports. I don't like to watch people that just, overrun. I hate the victory formation. Now, even though if it was in the Super Bowl and the Raiders were getting ready to do it, I would probably still cuss about it. Because if you're down, and to me, it's unsportsmanlike. Because there's so many different rules out there now, which a lot of them I do understand, and I want them there too, just for the safety of kids, because kids watch too much shit. And if they're going to see their hero, a starting quarterback from somewhere, flip somebody the bird, or give them like the pew pew symbol, or the choking symbol, or anything like that, anything that could be misconstrued in a derogatory way, it's no longer becoming bragging, it's becoming intimidation. And then there's people that don't take intimidation well. And normally when that happens, it's the one who retaliates against the one who started it. Excuse me. And that's why I think there's been a couple extra of the unsportsmanlike conduct penalties as of late. They weren't called in the games, but if you've noticed, there's been a lot of penalties and a lot of fines that have been put in after. Patrick Mahomes has gotten one. Travis Kelce's gotten one. There's two people from the Eagles, one from the Giants. The only reason why I'm doing this is because I went down through. There was a total of 15 people who have been smacked with personal foul or some sort of just fine out of pocket that was not through a penalty. It's either themselves or, Josh Allen was another one. You're right. Thank you for that. Because I just read about him yesterday. It's just the simplicity of the things they're doing. But when does that come too much? If that's something that's justified as a $15,000 penalty to you out of your own pocket, how is that not penalizing the team for something? Because you're still going to keep these people. If they're like, for instance, Josh Allen, yes, he's getting fined, or Patrick Mahomes, yes, he's getting fined. They're not going to fire him for that. They're going to keep them around because they're great players. So when does it become you hitting the pocketbook of the player to where you start taking away from the rankings of the team in order to get order back? Does that make sense? What is up, my man? I have not seen you in forever. How are you? Thank you so much for joining me on this Thursday afternoon, evening-ish, depending on where you're at. um, this is one thing that I've learned over the time that wait, no, did you not know that Josh Allen he got penalized or he was fined after an incident that he did for unsportsmanlike conduct against a player, whoever they played against in week 2? I think. I mean, I may be wrong, Patrick, but I want to say that he did get afterward. I mean, this is just my opinion. I mean, I think that if all these people are going to do, I mean, for instance, fucking Deion Sanders' boy. Yeah, you think you're unstoppable, so you're going to smack another guy in the face. You got caught. You got kicked off the team. You got fined. But in order to get that never to happen again, why not do something to the team? Does that make sense? Like, okay, if you're undefeated, granted, your win-loss record is this much, your points for, your points against. Why not take a point away when it comes down to it, when it gets like closer to the playoffs? If it comes down to a vote of, say, the Raiders and the Chiefs, same record, same points for, points against, 1-1 against each other when they've done it with the win-loss record for that season in particular. If somebody on that team, I think they should. I really do. I mean, I'm just maybe. Yes, it was the pew pew one. Yep. But I see. I think. I mean, that one right there. That game, I believe, was on Prime. So it's the only game that was on. So anybody watching football with their children would have seen that. And now, of course, monkey see, monkey do when it comes to anything. It's not that I think a child's going to go do that and hurt somebody. It's if they do that in a game, what is that showing? Who gets penalized for it then? It's going to be that child that's going to be reprimanded. It's going to be that coach that's going to be reprimanded. I thought that our leaders are supposed to lead by example. They put them as captains of teams for good reasons. And I think some of them get that head to where they're more, because if you keep getting away with things, of course, because money will buy you out of anything. But when you're in the public eye, I really think they start scrutinizing them more. They do when they catch a rock star out drunk or all drugged up somewhere. I mean, that's what their whole thing is, because majority of the time that's what they do when they're done. So what are you going to do when you're on the field? You need to know that when you step back on that field, like, damn, man, I remember when I kicked that dirt at that official, and he said if I did it again, I was going to get fined. Coach will get pissed at me. Something just as simple as that. But it probably never will. I mean, it's just there's too much politics in it. And I was really surprised at the money that they've been like flowing through these teams, that it's not going to hurt them when they take a lot from them. But when they start taking away from their win-loss record, or when they start taking away from home field advantage, how about that? How about even if you have the best record in the NFC, AFC as you're going into the playoffs, if one of your captains has done something that's given them an unsportsmanlike conduct, you immediately lose home field advantage. Would that not stop it? You know what I mean? I hate to hear that you're going through a lot of stuff. I myself am too. I just got these screws and this big plate removed out of my arm, and got the other back surgery coming up here on October 21st. That's what they removed the first time. Scoop. I don't know if you joined us a few minutes ago or not, but I'll pop this up here for you real quick, J family. That right there, where all this is all pretty down through here, I'm going to be extending this up. I don't know if you can see where my mouse is or not, but where that arrow is, that vertebrae that's switched, twisted, and punched in the corner is going to be pulled back out to the outer atmosphere where it belongs, and then screwed in 5-6 different places with 4 rods. And it's going to be so much fun. I just can't wait. And I'm definitely going to leave this on here for a little bit because, yeah, you're right. It is. No matter what it is, politics has just wrapped itself up in it to where you can't enjoy, you can't have fun, you can't just sit around and watch something. The instant replays, whenever they brought them into the sports that they have, I think that is so much better because it stopped that stoppage of the game because one official thinks it's different. When you have somebody else that's like a governing body, I think that's so much better than having it on the field, because those guys have got to have a lot of shit going on, because you're going to be catching that flack. Not only that, you're trying to do your job, and then you got to keep in the back of your mind, shit, if that guy gets hurt, I got to do his job too. So the officials do have a lot on them, and they do miss a lot. But when it comes to the instant replay challenges, I do think some of the penalties that are out there that are unchallengeable or like sometimes incomplete passes on certain aspects of shit, those are all unreviewable unless it's under the 2 minutes. But some of those are things that can actually make the game or break the game, and a lot of them have. I'll throw this back up here with you because it's so much easier for me to read this. Yeah, it's been a haul ever since back in February when all the first stuff started happening. I was having more problems with my back and with my collarbone, and had an MRI done, and long and behold, just my body decides to give up on everything again. So I'm going to keep hanging in there the best I can. I do have a link in every one of my bios to my Amazon wish list. If anybody's feel compelled to help me out in any way, shape, or form, there's many things going to help me on this long, lonely journey that I'm about to have by myself. My insurance does pay for home health care and for drives back and forth, but it pays for an hour in a 24-hour period. So I guess I could hold all of my needs and necessities for that 1 hour and hope it's like in the middle of the day when I'm not sleeping when they stop by to say hi or make me a meal because I can't get up or help me put my shoes on to go outside. But I do know one thing. As long as the lights are on, as long as I can get into this chair, to shout out that fucking Sam for this chair again, because this chair was purchased for me in preparation for what's coming. This chair has heat and massage in the lumbar. This has the leg rests underneath it. Everything that's wrapped up in this ergonomically correct chair that makes me fit so comfortable is going to allow me to still be sitting here talking to you guys, showing you things I can do. I'm going to do my best to get back into doing the masks and things like that too, because it's so hard to find that inner peace so I can share it with you guys, if that makes any sense. Because I can't just throw a mask on and light something or take an edible and try to make you guys laugh. I sit here and when that hits me, I make it then. That is the only way I can do it. And when I'm in so much pain that I cannot even get up to get a drink or go to the restroom, it is just, it makes you lose everything. And I really hate it. Ever since I started this campaign of Bong Master Rob, I've done 5 different podcasts now. I've done 2,900 videos just on my YouTube channel alone. It is so much fun, but I still have people in my everyday life stepping on me. I still have people in my everyday life not liking what I do. I still have people in my everyday life that are trying their damnedest to keep me from doing this. When the first time I ever hit play, sorry, not play, record, to go live with you guys, it was a life-changing event for me because I am agoraphobic. I hate people. I do not like being in groups, crowds, social gatherings, nothing. I get anxious, get nervous. But not when I'm around groups like you guys of like-mindedness, because I've been in groups before when we're all drinking, of course, that just causes turmoil. But when you're here, and I've only taken 2 hits off this since I've lit it, but I don't need it now. I've got it in my hand. And a lot of people think that's all I do is sit around and smoke all day long or take these things all day long. Well, for one, I'm allowed to because I'm a grown ass man. But for two, when you're around others, at least myself, I feed off you guys. When you're communicating with me in the chat, I feed off that chat. I lose sight of my pain. I lose sight of smoking. I lose sight of anything. That was the whole purpose of me trying to stay on here. The times that I've taken off, I've done it because I've thought it was for good because I was trying to get something out of the other end of it. And the only thing I got was people wanting more and taking more from me. So I've decided to just keep going, and I'm going to keep going. Party foul, although it was not lit, I just dropped this. And I will share this with you guys because let's go off this for a minute because I just really want to make this funny for a minute. I should have gave myself the Ass Quack Award yesterday. The day before yesterday, sorry. Before I went live. 8 minutes before I went live, mind you. Little Harvey here took a tumble. 2 days in from the last cleaning, and I know you know what that smell smells like. I know you know. I know you know. And the things that you guys have done for me reached out to me, the things that you've gotten for me, the way that it's just the love I feel and don't even know you guys. And it means so much to me because I know that we've had personal conversations alone, J family, because it's just, what are you doing today? What are you smoking today? How is that making you feel? When all when I was able, I'm sorry, I'm getting nervous with this because I don't want to float my own boat by any means, but I like the fact that I became knowledgeable in a lot of things. And I do like that my close friends out here in internet land that are sitting at home by themselves, or just like on that very top one right there. I'm going to put it right back up here again. The real ones know, about the work on cars, for instance. I wasn't going to share this, but I'm going to share this. It was a stupid thing of me to do, but this is my compassion for people. And this is what I do. I was home for less than 15 minutes after my surgery. My neighbor was in a spot of bother. He was getting ready to travel almost 2 hours in a vehicle that a rear caliper kept locking up on. Had no idea what to do. What do? Granted, I will tell you this much. When I walked out there to him, I did it in a forceful manner, but I did it in a playful manner. So I'm going to say it in this fashion. Are you fucking kidding me right now? I just woke up 2 hours ago from having shit ripped out of me, and you want me to help you with your fucking brakes? I said, give me a fucking minute. Let me get my shoes. So we go outside. Spend 45 minutes helping a friend of mine bleed out his brakes. But I didn't get anything for it. I didn't get the satisfaction. Didn't get like this whole like God complex. If you guys recall, about a year and a half ago, I was down making some content at the river. And this same neighbor came down and he actually had a flat tire. While we were down there, he and I spent quite a lot of time trying to work on his vehicle to get it out of there. We worked together. And that evening, he was so appreciative of what I did. He was the one who brought me that huge bong. You guys remember Kyle that I shared the big bong that's got all the tubes? It's in my back room right now, where I go back and get it. I should have brought it up here if I thought I was going to talk about this. He gave me that. I tried to get back to it many times, but that's what he wanted to do. He's like, I don't use it, and I know you can use it and you love it. That was like a $400 bong, and all I did was stood in the rain with the guy to make sure he wasn't alone. But see, the way I look at things is when you do good for others, good comes back to you. You don't know when, you don't know how, you don't know in the form of what, and it's more than likely not going to come from that same person that you just helped. But I did that. And then I was blessed this morning in my Venmo right there, the at Cash App, or at Bongmaster Rob 420. Girl, I thank you so much for doing that for me. You didn't have to, and you are going to be in my heart always. Because when I woke up this morning knowing I was going to have to travel again, and then I have to travel 4 out of the 5 days next week alone, 45 minutes away from my home. Because for some reason, this is what really sucks. I have insurance for everything that I'm going through with medical purposes, but it's the kind of insurance that don't want to pay for everything for one day. I have to see the same doctor 3 days next week. 3 freaking days, 3 separate days. They just don't want to pay for the same one because they want to make sure your process of elimination. I've already been folded into a box and shoved into a tube. We've seen that this is broken, but I still have 2 more that I have to get done. On top of that, while I'm there on the way home, I have to go get labs and go get all the rest of that stuff done. This time is coming up really quick. Today's the 25th. Less than 30 days. I'm pushing 27 days right now before I'm going to be laid up probably till after Christmas. And I am not looking forward to that. But I want you to know that I will not give up. No matter how bad it hurts. Because of you guys that are watching me right now and just filling me full of just the decency that it's so hard to see in others. The ones who've reached out to me, the ones who love to communicate with me on a daily basis, and the ones who have never turned their back on me regardless of the situation. I love each and every one of you so much. What we're going to do real quick, we're going to go do a recap of everything we just learned on tonight's show. We're going to see who got the Unlucky Ducky Award. And please, ladies and gentlemen, if you're faint of heart, do not watch this. I do not like watching bones break. So that is one thing you'll never see on any of my shows is a video of a bone breaking, because I have broken so many that every one I see, I feel it, and I feel it for a long time. But we will go right back to this. Sponsored by BAMF Beard Company. The Unlucky Ducky Award goes to Mr. David Fry of the Cleveland Commanders. Or the Guardians, not Commanders. Where was I at? Jamie Christmas. I forgot when they switched the names of everything. I'm going to click it. Are you ready, guys? Are you ready to see it? We're going to play it through. Let's play it through. You ready? Oh, I don't want to watch it. Don't want to watch it. Don't want to watch it. Don't want to watch. Pow, right in the mouth. Oh my God. If you've ever heard the phrase right on the button, that is what's considered the button that I've learned over the years. It's not the tip of your chin. It is when that fist connects with multiple things in your face. So I'm sure he woke up with black eyes, broken nose, busted lip, probably a chipped tooth or two, probably a gum twisted. I've been told there's pictures out there of one where the ball is like frozen in a position across his like angle. No, I don't want to. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it anymore. I'm going to stop sharing that. Oh, golly. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for always reaching out to me. And if you can't get me on any other app, my email is in every one of those in the bio. Reach out to me. I love the communication that we've done over the years. Thank you for all the help that you have done for me. I really, really, really appreciate it. From the bottom of my heart, I do. I mean, I do. And just to see some of you guys that are commenting things that I've never wanted payment for working for people. I mean, yeah, sometimes it helps, but if you've never done something out of empathy, or if you've never done something just for the fact of, you know what, I see somebody in need. I'm not better than them. I don't care what kind of clothes I've got on. Who gives a shit if I get dirty? This stuff will wash. You know how many times I've driven by people that have stood next to their vehicle and done nothing because they had their church clothes on, or because they were going out to dinner and didn't want to lay down on the ground? Well, I don't have the money for that leisure. I don't have the money to sit around and wait for a tow company to come get it to fix my vehicle. There's a good chance we're probably only going to McDonald's anyway, or watching a matinee movie, so we're saving all we can. So I'm going to fix whatever that is. And if you're my counterpart at the time, and you don't care that I smell like grease, or just that raw man dirt from accomplishing a task for someone else, then we can be friends. But if you're one that gets turned off by a little dirt under the nails because you're a little too high maintenance for a maintenance man kind of way, male or female, I don't care, because there's both. I'm still going to be here. I'm still going to be helping those. I am less fortunate. I am. I still help those less fortunate than me. I don't have a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out of. And you guys reach out to me on a daily basis to make me realize how rich of a person I am. I didn't mean to take this show to be a sentimental thing, but it's been really hard for me lately not to go that route. I've been sitting here with my own thoughts. I've been just lost. You know, I know what happened to me 9 years ago. I know how long I spent in the hospital. I know what that recovery was like. I know the pain, and I know how rough. But you know what I didn't have back then? For one, I didn't have all of you guys. For two, I did not have this. This is something I'm going to be glad of during this recovery, so I can actually speak on surgical repaired maintenance relief, I like to call it, because this has helped me out more than anything. I don't think the apps that I'm on right now, I'll get restricted for doing this. I want to share something with you guys. If you don't want to see me without my shirt on, please, by all means, switch away. I'm going to show you why I had to make. Oh, it fucking hurt. Hold on. I'm sorry. One of the worst things that's worse than it all is when you start to heal and you start to bruise. I don't know if you can see the discoloration of yellow that starts here. It loops right up to here and goes right up to here, to where, when you turn and you see your tendons here, I can't do any of that like with my head this way. I can do back and forth, but like if you want to lean quick to look, you got to move the whole body. There's no movement right now because I don't like to smoke when I drive. It's the way I've always been. But when I'm here, I had everything on my right hand side when I first come home from the hospital, but I know that my therapy is going to be put it back on your left, Robbie. You got to start moving. So from forearm and about halfway up where my bicep is, I have complete control. It's great. I love the way it feels. But as for the wing action, I don't know if it's because of the way it all is like taped to this massiveness, and I don't know if you can see how thick it is or not. It's about 2.5 inches thick. So I'm unable to elevate my arm. And I'm right-handed, predominant, right, everything. I only do a couple things left. And driving is one of them. And if you've never, goodness, it was like I had a stubbed toe all across my arm. That surprise feeling, because I was driving like this, and I looked this way, I looked back that way, and then I went to reach up with my left to try to turn to the left. I mean, I cussed myself halfway through it. I would have loved to have seen the expression on the people's face behind me because I was shaking my head, just fucking screaming, "You dumbass, why in the world would you ever reach up and do that?" Because we're creatures of habit. With that note, still moving right along, I'm going to share again to our Ass Quack Award because we've kept him up here the whole time. And we're going to watch this video too. I'm not saying I could whip a man's ass. I'm not saying that I'm the strongest fighter out there, but I am telling you this much. If I'm going to fucking square up with you, if I am going to square up with you, I am either going to get a hold of you and put your ass on the ground so I can keep you there, or I'm not going to do something like this. This is what I love about baseball before now. They knew the fight was going to be broken up. That's why they do what they do. That's why he's getting more excited because he sees more people coming. So he's thinking, I'm a badass. Yeah. Nope.
They're swinging.
Down
goes Anderson. Down goes Anderson.
Love it. I just love it. I love cockiness when it's put in its place. Can we see you again get laid out? Come on. Let's see you. Come on. You can do it. You can do it. Sidestep.
Square off. They're fighting. They're swinging.
His head hit so hard it bounced twice. And I do want to thank Pat McAfee for showing me this one because I watched this on his show. And if you want to watch something very comedic, watch Pat McAfee describe what's happening in that video right there, because that was some serious shit. I mean, that was something that 99 mile an hour, ladies and gentlemen, 99 mile an hour fastball for our Unlucky Ducky Award, and a glancing blow to the chin of Mr. Tim Anderson. Duck, it's not your turn. We're giving away the Unlucky Ducky Award and the Ass Quack Award. So the Ass Quack Award is going to Mr. Tim Anderson for squaring up like a fighter and getting put on your ass like a scrapping partner. Much love. But also thoughts and prayers and everything goes out to Mr. David Fry. And on behalf of BAM and Beer Company, we are awarding you with the Unlucky Ducky Award because, my God, 99 mile an hour. Good gracious. Oh, and by the way, to my special friend that sent what she sent to me this morning in my Venmo, you have got a package on your way. It's a very special gift for me, filled with Bongmaster Rob stickers and some Release the Quacken stickers. Thank you for doing what you did for me today. Also, my Release the Quacken stickers are on sale for $2 a piece, 3 for $5, or 7 for $10. $1 shipping for every 5. And you know me, I will definitely always throw things in there more. I really want to thank each and every one of you guys that came out and joined me this evening. Thank you for taking part in the chat. If you got one to fire it up. But as of right now, ladies and gentlemen, I think I'm going to call it an evening. I'm going to go in here. I'm going to pack some ice up on this, and I'm going to try to just relax. I hope you guys have enjoyed the start of your week, and this upcoming weekend is just going to kick some ass, because I've got to let it kick some ass, because if not, it's going to kill me. Can't let that happen. So If you're able to get out, be strong for me. Go touch grass. Go smell something that's not in your home. Because I know after October 21st, I'm going to be confined to mine for quite a while. So thank you again to everybody. Any monetary donations, any Amazon wish list donations, you guys have completely blown me away. Once again, it's going to be trolling across the bottom. It's going to be trolling across the bottom until I go through this last surgery because I've got to prep. I've got a coupon. I've got to put everything I can in that cart and try to get as much as I can ready. But I will not leave you guys behind. I want to carry you through my journey. I'm going to be glad that you guys will be there for me. I hope every time you turn your screen on, whichever kind of device it is that it's on, and I'm on there, I hope I at least make you smile for a minute. You may not like me, you may not like my views, but I hope one dumbass thing that I've done makes you smile. With that being said, I am Bong Master Rob. This has been season 1, episode 9 of Release the Quacken. Thank you guys again for joining me. Have a great evening.